Good evening, Legacy United. What's up? It's Val Vazo over here, founder of Legacy United. For those of you that might be on for the first time, I want to welcome you to our tribe. We have a killer guest speaker tonight. I am so excited to hear from Darah Rockholt tonight. Guys, she is going to bring you a call that is going to just teach you really the why of the business, the fundamentals, how she hit Success Club 44 last month, how she is always on the top of our recruiter boards every single week. And, I keep saying how this, how that, but it stems from her why and, why she's doing this. Because when you have that strong foundation, nothing can get in your way. But before we go ahead and dive in, I am just going to go quickly, maybe less than 5 minutes, just through a couple of announcements for you guys. All right, since it is March 27th already, I want you guys to finish the month strong. Okay, we are having a killer month. Our leaderboards are growing. Last Thursday, huge with Success Club, but there's oh my gosh, so many of you guys as of last Thursday who were at Success Club 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just encouraging you guys, let's do this final push. Let's keep going. We have our little ring the bell message thread going in the team page. Get in there. Make sure you're ringing that bell, because Success Club is the foundation of this business, and it's the stepping stones, right? And I'd say it all the time. It's the yellow brick road to all of our dreams, right? So we want to make sure that we get that happening before the 31st. So set a goal for yourself. Say you're going to be at Success Club 5 by the 29th. Get in that ring the bell, because I'm going to give away some prizes this week for, people who are earning their Success Club marks. Okay. So Success Club finished strong. And then also remember, I'm going to continuously remind all of us that your trip to Riviera Maya in Mexico next year relies solely on you achieving Success Club. You're literally earning a free vacation by helping a minimum of 3 people a month. That in itself is you get rewarded for helping people. That's incredible. All right. So that's how you will get your invitation to Riviera Maya next year. It's going to be amazing. Next, we have our next phase of our glimpse group into coaching. It's going to be on Thursday. Okay. I'm doing this every 2 weeks. So in case if you guys have missed it, everyone is invited. I'll post the link again in our team page, and I'll post it under the recording of this call, so that way you'll all know about it. But that is literally, you guys, this is all about recruiting too. So I'm providing these glimpse groups with information about what coaching is and what we do and how our team runs. Okay, so all you need to do is invite to this and be talking to your prospects about coaching. And then on Thursday, we'll have 5 of our team members in there talking for a couple of minutes about their business, how they run their business, why they got started, and really just their stories. Okay, so it worked insanely well 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to we're going to do it every 2 weeks. And as you all hit your Success Club marks, and as you're standing out to me, I will be asking members of our team to go in and speak in these groups. So if that's something that you would be honored to do, let's just continuously hit those goals of Success Club and the recruiting. That's how you stand out amongst our team leaders. Okay, so that will be this coming Thursday, March 30th. And then last but not least, as always, on April 6th, our new phases of coach trainings will begin. Talk to your upline coach about them. But if you don't have an upline, or I am your upline coach, or you're not sure, you can reach out and ask me. But phase 1, New Coach Academy, of course, is going to start on April 6th. Phase 2, we will have our 4 vital behaviors group. And then I'm also going to do an Emerald to Diamond group. Okay, we're going to start that, and we're going to take it on strong, because I know so many of you are pushing for that diamond rank for Summit, and we have to achieve it by May 11th, I believe. I want to say it's May 11th is that cutoff for you to achieve that, to be recognized at Summit in New Orleans this year. Let me tell you, number one, the recognition for Diamond and above is so incredible. It will make the hair stand up on your arms. You are going to get special VIP as a Diamond coach above. You get your little lanyard and Diamond or Star Diamond, whatever your rank is. a really cool feeling, guys. So if that is something that interests you, make sure that you sign up as we put the links to the groups into the team page. And again, talk to your upline coach all about it, okay? So without further ado, that was our quick announcements tonight. I am going to hand it over to Darah, and she's going to take it away. So go right ahead, Darah.
Okay, well, first of all, thanks for inviting me onto this call. I'm really honored, and I just appreciate everyone who has come onto the call to listen. So pretty much the first thing I wanted to say is I really, when I first started this, didn't see a future or much growth in this until I got out of my comfort zone. So that's definitely my number one tip for everyone. And this is probably going to be the hardest thing for you to share, and it was the hardest thing for me to share. It's something that was very close and personal to me. And I came out, before I even came out to family or anyone from my past, I came out on my social media page to a bunch of people who are friends and family and people I don't even know about an eating disorder that I had for 3 long years. And that was not easy. I remember crying when I was like about to post it. I pondered for literally 2 days whether or not I should, because I used an old photo of myself from when I was doing semi-professional dancing for an arena football team. And that is when I was, really going through that hard time with the pressure of being a dancer. And then I had a new photo of me, though, once I started doing this lifestyle, and I loved the way I looked. And with a little bit of encouragement from my upline diamond, I just submitted it. And that was honestly the opening to everything for me, because once I shared that, I feel like more people, even though if they have not had that issue themselves, they found me to be more relatable and real, and I'm not perfect and things like that. I had a lot of support. I was afraid to share that, but the support that I had really had me open up with a lot of other things. A couple months ago, I shared that I had anxiety issues, but until I, really got into the fitness thing and started to channel my energy in a better way, I no longer have anxiety. I no longer need to take medications for it. And the amount of feedback I got from that was amazing. So basically, I just want everyone to really get out of your comfort zone daily. Even if that's, going live just in your groups. This is a new stepping stone for me. I've never spoken on a group call. So once again, I'm getting out of my comfort zone and sharing things. But what I wanted to do is basically discuss why I take Success Club so seriously, and it's non-negotiable. Even for me, Success Club 10 is non-negotiable, but I'm just very competitive, and I want to see my business grow because I feel like this is my future. And even though I'm in the nursing field and I help people daily, nothing is half as satisfactional as to the way I'm helping people on an individual, personal basis daily. So pretty much I want to just say a few things. Let me see. I love being a leader, and I don't take that title lightly at all. So basically, I'm really trying very hard to form a team that's strong. And I feel like as if I don't transfer that to my coaches, I'm not leading them by example. So for me, every month, I must hit Success Club by the 10th of the month, not the 14th, not the halfway point, because I want at least a little bit more than 2 weeks to go beyond Success Club 5. Success Club 5 is great because that is, the bare minimum to meet my goal of the month. But I'm really going hard for Success Club Legend, and I want that Success Club 10 because it's just proving that much more how much my business is growing, as well as I'm bringing in new people who are either potential coaches or, just lifelong challengers. So I always, when I'm signing someone up, mention the coaching opportunity. And this is because when I did my very first challenge group, I went right in as a coach because I didn't want to make excuses. And I kind of wanted that pressure in a way of other people are depending on me and looking up to me and are not depending, but looking for results from me. And I'm so glad that I started as a coach because I didn't make excuses for myself. I took this 10 times more seriously than I probably would have. And I've reached all my goals personally, fitness-wise, and business-wise. So I set a goal for myself when I started to doing the Emerald to Diamond push group. I said, by the end of this and by Summit, because this was last year, I signed up in May. So I told myself, the 90-day to Diamonds push group, I was going to be Diamond by the end of it. Well, lo and behold, literally I'm walking into Summit day one. I'm in line registering, and I found out I made Diamond right then and there. So that was an amazing feeling, and also so reassuring that this is where I'm supposed to be. In January, I had a little, meet and greet with the girls on the team of mine, and we all, went around and set our goals for 2017 and where we wanted to be. And, I said I wanted to be at the end of March a 1-star diamond. Well, last week I found out I'm 1-star diamond qualifying. So I don't take my goals lightly. If anything, they're just promises to myself, and they're non-negotiable. And that's been really helpful for me. And I also feel like my team is seeing that I don't put this on the back burner at all. I don't do this when this is convenient. I do this because it's a business. There's tons of times I've passed up with friends to go out on Friday nights, and I just do the business because 2-3 years from now, I'll have all the time in the world, to do those things. But right now, I need to sacrifice some of those fun times to make it worth it in the long run. So let's see. So there's 5 things I kind of want to mention. I mean, there's plenty, trust me. But these are things that I do daily. And once I started doing them daily, and it honestly probably wasn't until December, January, I've really been strict with it. I've noticed such a difference, not only in myself, but my business. And I feel better. And since I've started feeling better about myself, my posts have just reflected that. I've been more open with my viewers. So making sure I push play daily, I take that so importantly. And ever since I changed my schedule, because I work 10-hour nursing shifts. So I work 7 to 5. But my first patient, I check in at, 6:45. My first patient's at 7, so I have to be at work for 6:45. So I kind of wake up at 4:45, 5 in the morning. But just getting in that 30, 45-minute workout, whatever it is that I'm doing for a current program, it changes my whole energy for the day. And then what I really have gone into is Audible. So I'll listen on my commute to work. Not that it's far, but it's just enough. It's 15 minutes where I can get good energy going. I listen to personal development every day. Every day. I do not put on the radio. And I already have 2 of my vital behaviors done for the day. Being a product of the product, I drink my Energize before my workout, drink the recovery after. I show that to my challengers. I show that to my, people who are following me on Facebook, letting them see that when I check in with my sweaty selfie, or sometimes I like to make a video to show a move. But I let them see that I'm being, using these products myself, and that they really do work. And then I noticed a huge difference in my business when I started posting consistently. This is everything. And this really is the total compound effect. If you haven't read the book, please do, because it really is what this is. You need to be constantly in the news feed, and you don't need to constantly be taking sweaty selfies. And that was a mistake I made in the beginning. I thought that's what it was all about. Oh, picture me, selfie with Shakeology. That's not what it's about. You need to share you and become relatable. And then these are just little key components about yourself that other people will want to add in too. So, and I post 3 times a day, and something I used to do, and I've been just probably the past month or 2 really trying to correct it, is I love quotes. I have quotes. My boyfriend's friends, they all come over and they make fun of me because literally there's quotes everywhere in wall art, but I just live by quotes. So instead of just posting a plain quote, I actually take a photo of myself, because I feel like people are following me because I am a product to them. So I use that quote with, a photo of me either exercising or smiling, or I did one, with me reading, saying knowledge is power. And I kind of just winged that one. And I got so many positive reviews, and I had 6 people shared on their own personal page. And that was just really nice to see, because that was something that I wasn't sure about doing, but I felt, I really liked it, and I wanted to just try it out, and I had great feedback. So you really don't know until you try something out if it's gonna work or not. So I've just been posting, you know, a workout, and then I try and get my meals in there because a lot of people seem to really need help in that area the most. And then something funny, I try and switch things up. You know, I'm a silly person, so I like to post funny things here and there. And then something real, you know, either saying watching The Bachelor or something relatable people can have. Or I really have noticed a lot when I'm asking questions, people are chiming in. So like, for example, this week, I'm going to be asking the viewers, like I have black jeans that are like my go-to jeans, and they're starting to fade. So I got this black dye, and I just want to, you know, get the viewers involved by saying, have you ever dyed clothes? Should I trust this? This is my favorite pair of jeans. It's just a way for me to detach from Beachbody, be a normal girl, but still get them to relate to me. So I'm working hard on this because in the beginning, I really felt like this was a downside to me because I didn't have children. So I never really found where I could connect with other women, but I'm just finding other areas now where, that's okay. I don't have to have children to connect to people. I just have to find other girl things that will bring us together. So I found that, you know, anything to do at Target, people will love. It's hilarious. And pretty much everyone expects me to be eating pizza on Fridays at this point. Like if I'm not eating pizza, people are like, are you okay? It's like, it's cute. I like it that people actually notice these things. And then number 5, last but not least, invite. And you know, it's not just cold messaging, it's striking up conversation. And I've been having a lot of, you know, I feel like success with this, especially recently, is I feel old. I'm aging myself, but I'm turning, it's my 10-year high school reunion this July. So we have a Facebook page for my high school right now, and everyone's connecting and getting excited for the reunion, including myself. And it's another motivator to look my best. You know what I mean? A reunion, I want to see everyone and feel and look my best, but I'm reaching out to the, you know, women that I went to high school with, and they're like, wow, you look great. You're doing good. Like, and it's just a way of talking about something, you know, can't wait for the reunion or whatever. And then they creep on my page, and next thing I know, they're in my challenge group. So it's just, and I don't even ask them to be, they just say like, you look great. I want to look good for this summer in the reunion too. And so I'm just constantly inviting people. I invite bare minimum 10 people a day. And it's just striking up conversations, doing follow-ups. You know, I keep a notebook. That's really important to me. I can like show you guys really quickly. But like I keep this notebook, and pretty much I write down everyone I had a strong conversation with. Like not someone that was like, no, these are people that are like, yeah, girl, like loving it, like totally interested. So I have conversations with them. I put the date where we originally connected. And then, you know, if they fade away or go ghost, as they say, I'll just strike it back up, and I'll just say, hey, girl, you seem so interested. You know, was there anything I, you know, said or did wrong? Is there anything that I could do to improve things? I understand it's not for everyone, but I just want to know because this would help me. I talk to a lot of women daily, and this would really help me in the future. And then they're like, oh, no, it wasn't you. I actually saw your message, and I was doing this. And normally it turns around to, you know, they decide to sign up. So just constantly be inviting. And when you do a post, even if it's not Beachbody related, like even if it's a silly one, or like I was saying, you know, one where you ask a question, like last week I asked a question about eBay. I know how to use eBay. I used to run on eBay, but it still made a bunch of girls message me because they're like, oh, she's selling her clothes. And I message those girls and I talk to them because I know that they're watching my page. So those are the, you know, top 5 things. So push play, listen or read personal development, whichever one fits best into your schedule. Listening to it works best for me. And being a product of the product, posting at least 3 times a day and consistently, and find out what times work best for you. What times work best for me is 7:30, 8 a.m. I notice what my, you know, workout check-in, lunchtime, because people are scrolling at lunch. And then for me, between 6:30 and 7:30, I try and get my post out there because that's when people are, you know, pretty much settling in from the work day. And I just quickly want to go over kind of like my game plan, how I set myself up for the week. So I'm fortunate with my job. I work long hour shifts, but I get a half day on Mondays. So on Mondays, I get out at 11. So that's me time. that's my business time. I set myself up for the week in advance. And I use this beautiful thing called Hootsuite, and I just get my posts ready for the week. What I do is I set up 3 main posts a day. And then if something comes up, say on Monday, that I didn't, pre-post, I just throw it on there. It's a bonus post to have in the news feed of that day. Say if my Shakeology came in, or unfortunately if my car broke down or something, just throw that out there. So on Mondays, what I do is I set up my post for the week. And honestly, I take a lot of my photos in the same day. It's like a photo shoot, a wardrobe change. No one needs to know. Who knows that I just changed my shirt? No one. So I'll take, workout photos. I try not to take them too close if I have makeup on, because they'll be like, Darah, it's 4:45 in the morning. Are you serious? But I'll take them so that they're understandable. And I like to take some action shots, because it's fun. And then I apply a quote to the photo just to, make it a little bit more engaging. And then I'll think of, a couple questions and ways to get, people engaged. And then I'll think of my few strong posts for the nighttime to really, reach out to people and get them thinking, if you would. So I schedule those out. I set them up on Hootsuite with the photo and the thing, with the time and the date, so it posts for me all week. So during the week, I'm saving tons of time, and I'm not stressing out and kind of doing poor, not fully thought out posts that are not really going to be effective. I used to do posts kind of just wing it in the moment, and I realized that since I've really sat down and strategized and put, a lot of time, not time and effort, it doesn't take that much time, but enough time to get some feelings behind the post, it's like a 180, the amount of feedback I get. So it's important to plan your post. And what I do is I scheduled my power hour now into my lunch hour at work to get in some conversations during that time of the day. And I actually just changed my lunch. I'm lucky I can eat at my desk at work. So now I eat lunch at 2 o'clock. And I just push my mid-morning snack out till 11. So now I have an hour where I'm at work and I'm messaging people midday. And then I can follow up with them when I get home. I do a power hour. Well, at work it's probably 30 minutes, 45, because, I got to get to the kitchen and everything like that. Or if I have to run an errand. But when I get home from work, from 5:30 to 6:30 or 6 to 7, I'm following up with those people, because, I'm on the nursing floor. I can't be texting constantly. But I can follow up with them in a reasonable amount of time and hopefully invite them in to try a new challenge group. So that's what I'm doing. I do, half of my power hour during my lunch hour now, and now I follow up at the end of the day. And I have a rule in my house with my boyfriend, no phones after 8 o'clock. And, because when you first start this business, you're glued to your phone, and that's no life to be living. And it was causing, a lot of issues, arguments. And honestly, I just need to make this work for me and my family, if you would. And this is exactly what works for me. So it might take some time, but once you find what works for you, it's definitely going to be effective.
Thank you so much. I took 2 pages of notes. Amazing. Girl, seriously, this is success, guys. Everything that you said, I'm like grandma coach over here, just proud grandma coach, because this is exactly what I have done to create this. And it's just, 3.5 years on my end, Darah, almost 2 years into the business.
10 months.
Wait, never mind. 10 months. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to blame this on pregnancy brain, okay?
That's okay.
10 months into the business, you guys.
My 1 year in May.
It's incredible. It's incredible just to watch. In 10 months and a star diamond, 1-star diamond qualifying, it's because of the diligence, it's because of the work ethic, and because she spends you just saw her, less than 2 hours a day, ultimately, to build her business. Can't beat it. We can't beat it at all. Do you guys have any questions? I'm going to open it up. Please feel free to use the chat bar. Oh, we have got questions coming in. Okay, Lindsay Maloney. For your Success Club points, how has the transition helped or change thing with the all access? Are you finding many are signing up with all access or simply a one program challenge pack?
To be completely honest, when I speak to new women, I don't even offer the DVDs anymore. I only go for the pass because, to be honest, last year was my first year. It was ridiculous how much money I spent on DVDs. I wish they had this when I first signed up. And I honestly feel like if I even tell them about the DVDs, I'm doing them a disadvantage. And I feel this way because, okay, say they start with a 21-day fix. I personally like to start people with that because that's where I started. It's a good base. Okay, in 21 days, they either have to repeat it, and they could get bored and fall off, or they have to spend another $50 to $60 on DVDs when they could have just spent, the extra $40 or $60, depending on what program they signed up with originally, and got every program for the whole year. So honestly, I don't offer those other, I really don't bring it up because they don't know that there's DVDs, and they don't know that, it's not that I'm keeping it from them. It's just I feel like I'm doing them such a disadvantage, whereas if I have them get the pass, I say, we'll start with this program, and then we can maybe go to this one or this one, but we'll check in where you are at that point and see how you're feeling. And that's just showing them, oh, I'm going to get use out of this. So that's how I'm doing it.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I have done since it was released. So
Yeah.
Take that. And that's how she's rocking and rolling. I mean, 44 Success Club points. She literally just outlined how she did that was being vulnerable in her posts, being consistent with her posts. Darah's in my newsfeed all the time. Like she said, she's consistent with her workouts, but it's not just a sweaty selfie. It's because she talks about her anxiety and how she's overcome it. She's talked about those eating disorders. People need to know that there's so much more depth behind a cute smile and someone working out every day. That's where it matters. And that's usually where I find talking with my own coaches and mentorship calls where the disconnect is. You think you have to leave this perfect image, and that is so far from the truth. You want to actually have the opposite effect and be transparent completely.
Yeah, that was my number one hurt to my business when I first began, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I tried so hard to be perfect, and down to the point, I'll be completely honest with you guys because you're my team. When I first started, I had really bad cystic acne, and it was before, I was drinking Shakeology regular and everything. I was editing my photos because I didn't feel comfortable. I was putting on makeup to take a sweaty selfie. And that's not what this is about. People need to see you real. So now when you see me taking those pictures at like 5 o'clock in the morning, my teeth are not brushed. I'm not perfect. I'm just working out and trying to get it done.
I love it. I think it's perfect. And I love how, the no makeup. I'm all natural over here. It's like, it's okay, you guys.
It's okay.
It's okay. We're here, we're doing our business. And I've been in this spot practically on and off all day, just messaging and doing my invites too. Everything that she said, her 5 tips are exactly what I can offer you because that is the only tool. That's what I do too, every single day. Marcy said she has to jump off, but you did amazing, and she's so proud of you.
Thanks.
And then Sarah said you saw me trying to hide my acne with Snapchat filters. We've all done it. It's hard, right? And
yeah.
You finally just say, enough is enough. I'm going to be me. And when you're me, when you're yourself, it's like this weight is lifted.
And your posts go up 10 times quicker.
Instead of filtering 100 different times.
Yeah.
All right. Lauren has a question. She said, how do you keep people that say it's too expensive, but they are getting results? How do you keep people that say, so Lauren, do you mean someone who's bought a challenge pack and to continue on to their Shakeology? Is that kind of what you mean? Yeah, so that's what she means. And actually, that's a really good question. So, Darah, I want you to actually elaborate on that and kind of talk about how you transition then your challengers to coaches because your team is growing by leaps and bounds. So I would love to hear that from you too, and I'm sure everybody else would.
Yeah, so I have this conversation with most people, to be honest, because for most people, Shakeology is a money issue. So I tell them, you plan on sticking with this. Why not hold yourself that much more accountable and help your friends and family join you? And you can do this by a month on average has 4 weeks. If you help one person a week, you can have your Shakeology paid for as well as help others. And you may also make more income along it. If you find out this is something that you don't just want to do as a hobby to help cover your Shakeology, you may just want to dive on in. This could be a new career for you. This could be a future for you. And that's when they're like, well, I don't know if I'm good like you. And it's like, you're hurting yourself right there by comparing yourself, because that's not what we're doing here. Like, this is about you. And that's when they really just want to jump on. I mean, and I've had a lot of success with people, ready to sign up their spouse, their sister, their mom. I have a lot of people in my groups that are sisters or mother and daughters. And I love that. I think it's great. I do.
That's perfect. I love that too. And then I'm assuming, because we run our everything basically the same, that if they want to continue on, they're rolling over, especially with the all access pass now, they're not just going to do a 21-day fix. They're going to start a new program. So to roll into that next challenge group, they have to continue on their Shakeology, right? So that.
And I make it known. Yeah. And I make it known, because if someone's like, oh, do I have to? And I tell them from the beginning, because I don't want to have anything like secrets or anything. And I tell them from the beginning. And then to continue through the year, you have to have the same things as everyone else. So all the new challengers, they purchase their challenge pack like you. Everyone must continue with Shakeology. I can't have other people doing different things. Everyone needs to have the same nutrition. We'll use the Fix8 containers, we'll have Shakeology, and we're all pushing play. Our programs might not be different, but we all have different goals. And that's why we're using different programs. Because some people are like, oh, we're not all doing the 21-day fix. Well, no, because we have different goals. Like right now, I have some people doing cardio, they want to lose, or I have some people doing 21-day fix because they just want to get a foundation. And I'm all by myself doing body beasts because I just want big muscles. So that's all I want. Keep the cardio away.
I love it. That's awesome. And then another question, do you run free groups? And if so, how often and what free groups seem to work for you?
You know what? I actually lack on this. I tried to run a free group at Christmas time. I wanted to do the 7 days of Shakeology, and I didn't have any hits on it. So I was ready to try something new. And it's funny, actually, this question got asked because my Wednesday post that I planned today, I'm actually doing the water challenge. So it is going to be a free group because this is one of the biggest things that I've been hearing from I have 10 new women who started Kickstart today. And this is like the thing I hear the most is, oh, I don't consume enough water. So I figured, this might be a good way to get people engaged with, drinking water. So I'm just going to do like a week-long water challenge. And every day, I'll just post ways to drink water and things like that. I'm going to, Pinterest that for sure. But it's just something new for me to try. Can't hurt to try something new in a free group. Maybe I'll get more connections and people will see how consistent I am and how willing I am to help them.
That's amazing. That's perfect. I love the water challenge. I just wrote that down. That's one that I have never done. I do it inside my challenge groups, but I've never done an actual free group. Super cool. This call has been amazing. Anyone else? Last call for questions because we're going to wrap it up. It's been amazing. Cool. I don't see anybody else. If you guys think of any, you can always post it in the team page. Obviously, you can message Darah. I am certain that she would love any questions you guys have, but let it just be known that there are no secrets. Every successful coach in this business, no matter where they are at, where we are at, in the business, we all hit Success Club. You hear that on the National Wake Up Call. And if you did not listen to the National Wake Up Call, guys, today with Ruth, holy mind blown. It is why I sent out 70 invites today. I'm like tooting my own horn over here. That was my invites today. I went back with like everyone that I've been saying I'm going to, because it just lit my fire. Okay. So go and listen to the playback. If you missed it, you can get it on podcast, or you can just go onto the website and listen to the actual playback recording. It was awesome, but it's all here. We push play, we do our 4 vital behaviors, we post, and we follow up. That's what we do. We're here to help people. Cool. All right, guys. I hope that you have an amazing week. I will see you on Friday for Ask Me Anything Friday. So make sure to get your questions out there. I'm loving this series. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Darah. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and thanks everyone who jumped on. I appreciate it.
Night, guys.
Bye.